Welcome. Today, we are working with Adobe After Effects. Let's go. Hey everyone. Welcome back to another tutorial with Flight Sim 205. Today I will show you how to make a bilateral audio spectrum. Like this. For those of you who don't know what bilateral means, it means having or relating to two sides. If you had been watching my music videos, you will notice that I had put corresponding colors in my audio spectrum and in the description. So let's get started. First, let's create a new composition. Let's call this Taboo Melomania Flight Sim 205 Trance Remix. I keep the resolution to 1920 pixels by 1080 pixels at 50 frames per second. Now I will change the duration of the video according to the length of my song, which is 4 minutes and 5 seconds. Now press OK. Now, import the song that you are going to use. Then, import a background image and import your logo image. Drag these three files which you had just imported into the timeline. Let's scale the image and then we can make this image move. Like my other audio spectrum tutorial, I will press this arrow next to transform, and then holding the Alt key on your keyboard, and press this stopwatch icon next to position. Now, let's make this move by typing in wiggle 1.5,6. Now we can make the bilateral audio spectrum. First, right-click in this empty space and create a new solid. Change the shape of this to ellipse. Now, press and hold Ctrl, Shift and drag your mouse to the right diameter length that you want. Now, go to the Effects and Presets tab, and search for Audio Spectrum. Apply it to the ellipse. Next, change the audio layer to your song that you are using. Change the path to Mask 1. Let's toggle this to off so this yellow line won't get in the way, and let's also change the mode to none, so it won't look like it's boxed in. Now, let's get started with making the spectrum. Just remember that you don't have to copy exactly what I am doing. It is always up to you and your creativity. So, let's change the start frequency to 1. And then change the end frequency to 650 so it will look smooth. Now, let's change the frequency bands to 175. The maximum height to 650. The thickness to 6. And then change the side option to side B. Now, for the colors of my spectrum I keep it a specific color according to the genre of each song. Please read the description that is under this video for more information. According to this song, the genre is trance. So, the color of this genre is deep sky blue. Now, I am changing the hex code in the inside color to this specific color code that is shown on the screen right now. The hex code for this genre is 0, 2, 8, C, F, F. Now I will set the outside color to a darker shade of this color. Now let's duplicate this layer and change the display options to analog dots. I will change the color of this to a pinkish red color. Now, before we pre-compose both spectrums, we need to convert the song to an audio amplitude layer by right-clicking on your song, and highlight Keyframe Assistant. Then, press Convert Audio to Keyframes. I am telling you to do this so you don't end up with a duplicated song when you pre-compose both spectrums. Now, we are ready to pre-compose both spectrums with the song. So, highlight both solids in the song that you are using, and then right-click and press Pre-compose. Let's call this Spectrums. Now, we are ready to make this bilateral. Go to the Effects and Presets tab and search for Mirror. Apply it to the Spectrums layer. Move this reflection anchor point all the way down to around about 958.5, but it depends on how big your audio spectrum is. This will create a vertical mirroring effect. Now, pre-compose both the spectrum and your logo image. Let's name this Audio Reactor. Now, I am going to show you how to make this react to beats in your song like the last audio spectrum tutorial. But, the audio keyframes are completely different this time. So, you have an audio amplitude layer and your audio reactor layer. Open the audio amplitude layer and delete these two channels, the left channel and the right channel, because you don't need it. You will only need to focus on both channels. Okay, press this drop-down arrow that is right here. Then press the drop-down arrow that is in the audio reactor layer. Press this arrow next to transform, and then next to scale. Hold the Alt key on your keyboard and press this stopwatch icon. Press and hold on this pick whip tool and drag it onto the slider. Now, as you can see, the scale is reacting to the music. But, it is reacting to the song in a 0 to 100 type of way. So, to fix that, go to the expression and you will see a temp, which is the value of the scale. Now, type in the plus sign and then type in 100 to 100 so it will stay in the original size. Now, I am going to show you how to make this reactor only the bass in your song. Go to the slider in the audio amplitude, and press the graph editor, which is this icon. Look at the different keyframes. This is very different from my other tutorial. See what I mean? Don't worry. I went and did the hard work finding the range for you. Now, press and hold the Alt key and press on the timer. This will open up the expression for this layer. Now, type this expression, ease value. Then I will type in 0,0,0,0, and I will explain how this works. So, the first two zeros basically tells you what range we are looking at within the audio expression. We can tell it to only react from certain value to certain value. So, if I start with the range of 0 to 100, you see that the audio won't take any effect until the beat drops. The last two zeros explains, what do you want those ranges that you chose to be? So, I chose 0 to 100. Now, if I change the last 0 to 50. Now, we set a new limit, that 0 units and anything below it, is going to be 0 scale. And that 100 and anything above it will be the 50 scale. So, if you play it back, you can see that the audio spectrum only reacts to the bass in the song. You can make anything react to the audio amplitude using this given expression. Feel free to play around with this and get used to the controls of this expression. Now, pre-render the project and see how you feel about your work. If you don't like it, you can always go back in this video and see what you need to change, in order for it to look better for you. This looks good to me. Now, if you think that you are done, and you like your work, then you can render it. Use my How to Render Faster video to help you render this project faster. The video link will pop up right now, or press the link in the description. So, press Edit. Then highlight Preferences. Then press Media and Disk Cache. Press Empty Disk Cache. After that, hit OK. Next, close these panels. Now, turn the caps lock on, and press Ctrl+M to add this project to the render queue. Now, go to the output module, and make sure that your format is on QuickTime. Your video format is MPEG 4. And the audio is set to on. Now press OK. Make sure you close all of your programs, so it runs faster, and then you can press render. You should come up with something like this. I hope that this tutorial had helped you. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me. Please leave a like and subscribe to me. I can't wait to see your creations. Thanks for watching and enjoy your day.